have 7 o'clock. There's nobody here, but obviously we are being recorded. So I will start and go right down the list. We have, what do we have on here? Public comments. Am I hitting the right one?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So seeing no public, we probably have no public comments. Rick Green. Yes, sir. How's it going, Rick? I am. So, are you out in the parking lot turning around now that you know that? Okay. Okay, no problem.
Dereliction of duty.
Tony says dereliction of duty. No. No. Well, they're looking for you, but we'll give you your name quickly. All right, you're welcome. Bye. So Rick's still on a hay wagon, so we won't make it. All right, so yeah, get it right? Meeting minutes.
Short and sweet. Okay. Front and back on the page.
Okay.
I have a comment. I wasn't present at the last meeting.
How did you sneak in there? I am so sorry. I think I was just doing it from just
The past one or something.
no cognitive memory. Because you are usually all present and accounted for. So sorry about that.
Okay, do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion, that we accept the minutes as presented.
All in favor?
I'm gonna abstain because I wasn't here.
Motion carries. Okay, new business.
Alright, you guys ready for this one? New business, ENF 401 application 145 Worcester Road. It was presented to us by Calmec and Karen Engineering. It was presented, so an ENF they go through MIPA instead of Wetlands Protection, who we usually deal with on an occasional basis. It's if there's gonna be a very large disturbance on the property. So I thought I would have this grandiose plan to present to you. MIPA denied it.
Okay, so.
So,
Cross that one off.
So that's the end of it.
it's not the end of it. So what'll have to wait, they'll have to readjust their plan to MIPA standards, and then it'll be republished. It'll be published in this, I think, outgoing kind of publication that MIPA puts out every year. And then what they'll do is they'll have a consult meeting that they'll invite me to, and we can make any comments at that time. So we'll go over the new plan when it's presented to us. And then if you have any comments, questions, concerns, I would have to go to the meeting and then present them on the conservation's behalf if you are all okay with that.
I'm gonna be.
What is the project generally? Is it?
So usually with MIPA, it's a large disturbance.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a single family home. And that's what they're presenting it as, is a single family home. But a single family home on that property wouldn't create that.
That's the one that's next to the DCR land that you said that you were gonna step away from because you're
Yeah.
DCR.
Is it one that was already in front of us or?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
yeah.
This is one of the ones that is,
It's down
Yeah, right
on
on
68.
68, yeah.
yeah, so,
by where they built all them other houses, and he was trying to squeeze another lot in there. And he
Okay.
was gonna have to go through the river or whatever.
they present a more cognitive plan, as Mipa put it, then I'll go through it with a fine tooth comb and I'll just share it with you guys. If I have any questions, concerns, or you guys have any questions, concerns, we just take it to the consult meeting and basically say that, obviously. So I did reach out to them and said, you know, it wouldn't be remiss to maybe invite out the Conservation Commission to walk the site and kind of show what's kind of going on over there and not keep us in the
Yeah.
dark and send a giant folder that's too big to download to be. I didn't even know what an ENF was. Alright, COC, Mr. This is the 193 Williamsville Road. This was the property that had the cesspool that they needed to turn into a septic. The only place for it to go is in the wetlands because, again, it's one of those older properties that even the house is sitting in the wetlands. Everything is done. Certificate of compliance is great. They brought it. The inspector for the septic approved off of it, so they are just needing you guys' signature so that this can get attached to
Alright.
the deed.
Rick and I
Because they
will-
did it right, and as soon as the work was completed, they came for a certificate of compliance. I am looking at you, sir.
So she's having a little fun at my expense. You'll find out
I am. I'm
shortly.
enjoying this
You'll find
immensely.
out shortly.
So, I need
Those guys get
signatures. Yes, you
I
guys get to
abstain from that
sign
one.
because you abstained because you thought yourself you were in a butter.
I also abstained because.
Yes, you were just
Yeah,
So, I will hunt down Rick.
I was saying, is that enough signatures?
Yes, because it's, yes,
If Rick signs?
if Rick signs, and I'll get a say, it's not like his daughter works in my office or anything, and his grandson's running around in my office all the time. It's great. It's like a family party. I've met all of his daughters except one, because one's hiking the Appalachian Trail.
Yep, and she was actually in Pennsylvania when we were there.
Mhm.
Did you leave her any goodies on the side of the trail?
That's what we were gonna do for Father's Day this year. I was gonna find a small part of it. My husband really wants to hike the Appalachian Trail, and I told him until his insurance policy is really paid up, that that's not happening.
I abstain from that one.
So I will
Because
be,
I thought I was on a
but
board.
that's what we did.
Oh.
We went hiking, and we were gonna do a
When I
small
had
part
my
of the
phone
Appalachian Trail
issue,
up in Maine.
I had to send them a letter.
Oh,
Nice.
So I'm like, it's gotta be either that or the Board of Health overstep.
Okay, and then the next
Okay.
one is 131 Old Princeton Road, Mr. Larson, from 1999, y'all.
Are you selling a house?
So, we're thinking about it, but I did go through, I figured, well, I'm on conservation, I should have my eye. And I went through and I found the first page, but I didn't find the second page, so. that's
Cause the
why-
second page had all the bad stuff on it.
It had all the signatures. And obviously I can't sign this one.
Nope, but everybody else can. It's not a budding DCR. one, they
Statute of
checked.
limitations is up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is all the work complete?
Yeah.
Stable?
And especially we have witness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
Tony might not sign now. He doesn't look real good. Tell him I gotta leave the room.
Oh my goodness. When I heard both of them, I was like, I think it's me, and Mel's like, it's not you.
Are you gonna notify Mike Stoll that, he's gonna come on board?
Do we need help? Help wanted?
Yeah, because I'm doing a story time for him. Maybe I can sweeten the deal a little bit. Everybody has such nice signatures. Mine's just a P and then some loops, and that's it.
My father had a really nice signature. Mine's not.
Mine-
Mine's a scribble.
My mom has a nice one. My dad said that he did it so that I couldn't forge a signature, and yet I was forging his signature. Great, so still can to this day. Actually, sometimes he'll pass paperwork to me and be like, "Can you just sign this?" We had the same initials, so it was easy enough. so that's that one.
Do you need a copy of that?
They are no longer accepting paper applications, so I get to go back to the office and type all of this up for you and then submit it to the state and then, yeah.
Oh, you're really not gonna like me. So, the other one that I have everything together on, I have to bring that in.
Are you thinking of something?
I've seen that face from my wife.
You know that look.
I know that look.
You are thinking of something? You are thinking of something?
Okay, let's do, okay, so we've had multiple, we have multiple site inspections come our way. I think we should do the Grimes Road one first, cause that was the NOI that was submitted, so attached to your notes here is the notes from the Mass DEP NOI file. Starting right here under this block, it goes over what they've seen, what they're not exactly happy about. He filed an NOI for a single family home, a septic, and a well. Everything's complete. Mark Elbag, who we've dealt with on numerous occasions, is the engineer, so he knows kind of what's going on.
Did Mark bring it before us and then tell us he had to go? Is that this one?
No.
Okay.
He's
Those
got
were
so
the
many.
ones down below, like.
Those are Birches Road, correct? Yeah,
Yeah,
those are
okay.
Birches Road, so those aren't there. This is Grimes. It's in between 24 and 34. It's just two blue posts with the lot number 125 on it. If you look in the notes, he put in a driveway. That's our main concern right now, is that he filled in wetlands to put in the driveway. He needs a 401 water quality certification for the property as well. What else did they put? They put in a whole bunch of stuff.
Approximately when was it filled? Is this the one you said?
2022.
A couple years ago.
He put in a shed on the property, so obviously if he had it logged and he had to put a shed on there, a driveway had to have gone in. That obviously was before my time.
So there's just a driveway, a shed, and some logging has occurred?
Yeah,
There's nothing else
so
there?
here is this, whoever decides to go out, I'll give you this, but here's the site plan, and I'm still so good at reading these. But as you can see, that particular property is wetland heavy, and it does abut watershed land, not DCR, just the Ware River. I can never say, Ware River
Well,
watershed.
that is DCR.
It is DCR.
Yeah. I'll take a look at the map and see where it is exactly.
So that's another, obviously, chief complaint with them is that it abuts watershed land, and you don't want all of that,
So
construction.
this plan and this NOI that was submitted was done after they basically got caught? Was that the order of operations?
Not caught, they got caught because they filed the NOI,
Okay.
because they did aerial footage, and obviously something stunk to high heaven, so. I talked with the circuit rider, she's temporary, we don't have one just yet, so the woman who made the notes on it, I talked to her, and she said that an enforcement order should be put in for this property. I do have him stopping all kind of activity there. I told him, you know, I can write him a cease and desist if you guys want, but I basically told him until he talked to the DPW, because obviously having a driveway with no driveway permit is not okay. To stop anything, and then I told Mark as well that erosion controls would not be remiss.
I think to cover us, you should write them a cease and desist.
Just write a cover, okay,
Absolutely.
I will write them a cease and desist. So he has put in retrospectively a site inspection request for the house, the septic, and the well. It would like you guys to go out and inspect, and then, the NOI is filed. We have to have the public hearing, because I have to have it due to state regulations. So July 2nd if you are all okay with that, but if you're not around, then I can't have it because I'm already down 2 members of my commission, so.
I could be here, but I understand it could be harder for.
I'll be around.
Okay,
I can't guarantee it, because
okay,
I'm
that's,
thinking we're gonna be working late that day,
okay.
cause
Well,
we're off.
if you
Like I
all
said,
do
we're gonna have
come
a
on-
we're gonna have an early day on Wednesday, and
Yeah,
then we're off Thursday and Friday, so.
Wednesday, there will be a half day at the town offices as well, just as a heads up.
Would it be better to push it off a week?
That's what I'm thinking, maybe July, I think it's the 9th is the next Tuesday of the month. And I can just tell him that due to, so it would be July 9th, which is 2 days after my birthday, and I'll just bring a birthday cake.
When are you done?
Today.
You're gonna come for birthday
She might have mine separate.
Would never poison anyone, ever. So here is the inspection request. Whoever wants to take it, feel free to take it. So that's number 1. That one is the hornet's nest. That is the one that comes with some issues. Obviously, not happy that he.
Does someone wanna go with me?
That's what, the one on Grimes Road?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go
It's
over
flat.
it.
It's completely flat, which is nice. No steep, not like Lombard Road, which was like a 85-degree climb.
You know where I live?
On Hillville?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Who's ready for the next one? We have Donald and Pam Mitchell on 28 Laurel Lane. They are looking to replace an existing retaining wall that borders Comet Pond. The currently it is just timber retaining wall. They would like to change it over to concrete just to make sure that it's more stable.
All right, still bordering Comet Pond, I still think we're gonna have to do an NOI on that. I mean, anything you do around the pond, it's trouble usually.
Yeah, it's right there.
I would think. If someone thinks different, that's, you know,
I agree, I think something needs to be
okay.
done. I don't know, RDA or NOI.
And
But
especially,
sometimes-
I
If you
know,
don't, everyone's gonna call and complain.
and I know the parties we're dealing with there, and it would be a good idea to,
Mhm.
They're gonna wanna see the I's dotted.
absolutely.
Did anyone do a inspection on the Twin Hill Road property with Lauren Standish? She was sectioning off some parcels from her family's estate to sell off. No? I didn't know if Rick did it, so I'm unsure on this one, but this one is the other one. This one is, they're separating some parcels off of Twin Hill Road. I think the original estate is like hundreds of acres. They're just, they wanna partial off a couple parcels to sell off. The problem is the parcels she would like to section off is mostly wetlands. So I think she wants us to come out and take a look and advise her to what would be best, because she wants to be able to sell them.
Yeah.
And as a lot of people have found out who have bought lots, Pinecrest, certain other lots in town, they're just not buildable.
So my recommendation on that would be that she's told to get an engineer to go through that with her, cause I think what she wants is the commission to tell her
Yeah.
how to do it.
Yeah.
And that's typically what an engineer would do.
So, yeah. You're talking which one?
The one she's just
The one
talking
she's
Twin
talking
Hill.
about now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's just asking if the lots will be in compliance prior to commissioning a land surveyor, so, I'm just gonna tell her that,
It might be a little premature for us to go out
Right,
at
yeah,
this
so
point.
right.
You can tell her,
We'll hold off on this, and then once the land surveyor is in contact, then have the land surveyor contact me, and we'll all go out, it'll be just a party. Be great. And then last but not least, this came in literally yesterday. This is the Pitcherville Road property that I was talking about. It's 14 Pitcherville. She just bought the property. She would like to put in an above ground pool. It does meet the wetlands protection exemption rule because it's an above ground pool. But she doesn't wanna do anything without you guys' blessing first, because she knows that Hubbardson has a bylaw and all of that. So this one should be pretty easy. Unfortunately, when they bought the land, the realtor did not disclose that it's just rife with wetlands. The whole back part of the property is wetlands. So she sent me this. This is the house, the front porch. The septic is actually in the front of the house, and the well is in like the back corner. Everything's in front for the septic, so she would have that 20 feet away from the septic to put an above ground pool. The pool itself is an above ground pool, no backwash, and it's gonna be a saltwater pool. It's not gonna be chlorine, so we don't have to worry about chlorine finding its way into the wetlands by accident. So what else? I had to stack up paperwork. So as you can see right here, the house is like right here, and this whole back lot is just, it turns into a swamp when it rains too hard. It just gets a little mushy. And then it's kind of sad because you can walk 20 feet, and then it's this giant open clearing that's high and dry. Just luck of the draw that the wetlands just swoops through her property in the wrong angle. So she just wants to do everything with you guys' consent. She doesn't want to do anything, without talking to you guys first. But and she has all the information on the pool and the pool company. So yeah, that was that. And I told her that we would kind of get. It's hot. I understand she wants her pool. After today, I thought about getting a trench wench and digging myself a pool because it's hot.
Just a point of interest, I had told Rick before, if I go out on any of these inspections, I don't wanna take any fees anymore.
Okay.
So, I'll accompany anybody, but, if they want me to accompany them for any reason, but whoever I go out with, they'll get the fees, I don't want it.
No, the fees have already been collected. They don't actually even should be handing you guys checks anymore. They know that whenever anyone calls with questions, I'm like, you have to come to my office, fill out the paperwork with me, and you have to pay the fees. The other thing that's going to be under matters not anticipated by chair is I'm going to ask you guys if you would be upset if I went to everything going online. That there's no more paperwork. Everything is actually submitted through kind of like a building permit through OpenGov, and they can pay online as well. Because getting down to me to pay checks or hand in paperwork is not always easy. I work during business hours, and most people are coming to do this after work and stuff like that. My Mondays, I'm here till 6 p.m., but other days, I'm only here till 3.
Well, the fees that I'm talking about
Oh.
is like if we go out and do an inspection, we get $40.
Oh,
I don't,
I didn't know this.
oh, you didn't know this?
No, I did not know this.
Oh, we do,
Okay,
so,
this
once
is
they,
news to me.
once it's submitted to you, whoever goes out and does the inspection is supposed to get that money. Even if I go out, I don't want it.
Okay.
If I accompany somebody, I want them to get it, not me.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's all I'm saying.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Has anyone been paid lately for some
I don't
inspections?
know. Rick has been doing.
I don't feel like I need to be paid either, like, I view this as a volunteer position,
Well,
so.
I think.
Okay,
I think
everybody,
you should
I'm
get
gonna
paid.
look into this with Kelly.
Because I think you set a bad precedence if you don't take it, but I just,
At least
Okay.
to cover the gas.
Yeah, no, let me talk to Kelly and
Oh,
figure
no.
out how
You
to
should- you
do
should
all
take
of
it.
that. So if anybody would like to take Miss Katrina, her name is Miss Katrina Sweeney, no relation to Paul Sweeney, I asked, and, she's very nice, but she would really like her pool, and I really don't blame her.
Does it matter what day we go?
She said just give her, she left her phone number on here, right?
Yeah,
Yep,
it's
she
on
just
there.
give her a call.
Alright, so if I went on a Sunday, it wouldn't be a problem.
No, I don't think so.
Alright.
No, I don't think so.
I'd do it as long as I can do it on a Sunday. I know I'm
Yeah.
working this Saturday, so.
No, I know she works during the week, so I bet weekend would probably be easier for her. She said that
Where you
she's
gonna move?
pretty available because they're moving, so.
So just selling my father's house.
oh, yeah, no, that's,
Okay.
Oh,
So mother-in-law's getting close to the end. So then that'll be another.
And then I'll hold on to this one and I'll call her this week and just
Whenever
let her
that
know.
Make
that-
maybe years.
And maybe Rick
hopefully
already went out to
years
her
down the road.
property, I'm not 100% sure, so I'll just follow up with her
But
this
then
week.
we're gonna be,
Okay.
we're gonna have another.
Last but not least, matters not anticipated by chair, how would you all feel about me doing e-permitting?
I don't have an issue with it, I just would wanna make sure that if someone wants to pay by check, that
They
there's
will
still
be
that
able to,
opportunity
they'll
do
still,
that.
so just like with a
Or
building permit,
cash,
if
whatever,
they choose to come in and pay us,
Yeah.
they can. They can pay us in cash and check, we can't take card down at the office, and, like I said, most of the time I just let them know that they can leave the check in the green box, just label it Conservation Commission, it'll find its way to me. But having all of this in any form that we do, so the site inspections, I know there's a facility request, apparently that's never really been used, which is to have a party on conservation land, I don't feel like people really do that, I don't know. But most of it is the site inspections, because the NOIs and all of that have already gone to e-submitting anyways. It also creates less paperwork that then I have to file and scan in, and then chase down checks. That's why people can just do it from their house, and it'll just ping into my email that I've got a new site inspection request, and then what it'll actually do, it'll just send it right out to you.
Yeah, I mean, I'd make a motion to pursue that.
I'll second it. Those poor old number 2 pencil guys are kinda left in the dust there, but.
I know, I'm sorry, but it's this whole getting rid of paper initiative that we're striving for, and don't worry, people come down to the building department all the time requesting paper permits, and we have to very kindly tell them that there's no such thing anymore.
I mean, I still make my bank send me my paper. I won't take anything online. Okay. That's what happens when you're old.
You don't like change.
No. I can't tell you when the beepers first came out. I can't tell you how many of them I threw in the bombs and the cement. I hated them. And then when I finished the Elm Street School for the bonding company, they kept saying, Tony, you gotta have a fax machine, you gotta have a fax machine. I don't want a fax machine. That's when a fax machine was like $800. The next thing I know, I get one in the mail. They send me a fax machine. But, no, I fought it all the way. Not smart, but, oh well.
And that's all I have.
Okay. So we have no matters not reasonably anticipated by the chair, which I guess is me today. So, no public comments. That leaves us down to one thing. Anybody wanna make a motion?
Well, before we make a motion to
Okay.
adjourn, I think that Mike Stahl should be notified that he can become a full member.
Okay, I will talk to him and have him become a full member. That way we can, with NOIs and everything on and the ENF on our horizon, it would be good to have a full board, just in
And
case
then at the
anyone does
next
have to
meeting, we
recuse
gotta
and stuff.
think of a chairman for the.
Reorganization, yep.
Yeah.
And an additional member, so Mike will become a full member, and we'll have to get an additional member, cause the town elections were on the 11th, and we had no write-ins or anything like that, so.
But
All right.
This isn't an elected
Right,
position.
No,
Right,
this is
so-
just a volunteer,
Yeah, it's a
so,
volunteer.
that's right, I'm sorry.
Would the
Again.
town send out a notice?
I can have,
I mean,
Nate- no, Nate's gonna
doesn't have to
review
be
it, but
this
yes.
week,
One
but like.
going out right now. That's how I found out about it.
Maybe we could put something on that Hubbardston people that,
No,
online.
no,
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 no.
no.
Well, we gotta start looking for another
Yes,
member.
I will have Nate, put out maybe like just kinda like when he, puts out for like the 2 open positions we currently have for the executive assistant and then assistant tax collector, just that a member is needed for the Conservation Commission.
And if anybody knows someone who might be interested. All right, I guess I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Well, I'm sorry to see you go.